Well, hello everybody. I hope you're having a great Wednesday night so far. Yeah, it's the midweek. You made it. Tonight we're going to be talking about if should strippers have rights, all the way to some new Death Row news and more Taylor Swift news for all you Swifties out there. But you're gonna have to hold off on that. But yeah, you're watching the Banter. My name is Mike, and as always, moving the mouse around, we have Dustin.
Oh,
Dustin, how's it going?
pretty good. I almost forgot to move the mouse.
Ah,
I
see
was
it
so
moving there.
distracted by
Yeah,
how
yeah.
many great stories we have.
Yeah.
It is Hump Day, so we figured in Hump Day tradition we would keep our topics on point
Yeah.
with that.
So yeah,
So
how was your week so far?
it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Hope to keep it good.
Yeah, well, you go to this
We got some crappy
strippers?
weather coming in, so.
That's gonna be.
Oh no, I
that's,
didn't do any research for this story, so
That's a first.
I wanted you to do that. I think Canada has better laws than that, don't they?
Actually, yeah, I do have a story, but I can't tell it within the first few minutes, so because YouTube will get
That's
mad.
fair.
But
Well, they might get mad anyways because
Yeah.
we're gonna be. Although last time, algorithmically speaking, when we talked about a similar topic, I can't even say the topic because that includes the word we're avoiding for the first 5 minutes. It got a lot of clicks.
but we're not.
And
But yeah,
but yeah, we've also got another cool thing to stay tuned for. Snoop Dogg. We got another Snoop Dogg story,
yeah, goodness.
and it's not about him quitting smoking. It's something else.
Oh,
He's gonna try to help you at the grocery store.
see,
He is. He's pissed off and he wants to help you and me
get high.
get his cereal.
His cereal.
But anyways, we'll get to that.
Okay, but yeah, let's get going right away. Welcome to the show. If you haven't already, please hit that follow button. We're trying to make it a goal of 250. We are 18 away. It'd be really cool to get to that goal within the next few days here. Also, if you haven't already, we're on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, Facebook, Talk, and all that fun stuff. You go to our website, give us a follow there. That'd be great. But yeah, let's get at it. From the AP News. Adult dancers in Washington State want a strippers' bill of rights. Here's how it could help them.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
what is that? I mean, we already have a Bill of Rights, like just as an American. We got one.
Now, like, is that the bill they're gonna want you to put in their G-string, or is it that different kind of bill?
I don't know, but they have 12 pictures to scroll through, which is interesting.
Hey, let's be cautious, but it's AP. So, hello Avery, how are you? Okay.
Okay, that's some interesting stuffies. I don't actually see any Pokemon. This could be infringing on Pokemon's copyright,
Yeah.
though. A lot of these.
Maybe yeah. So strippers.
Okay.
Won't
I mean,
work,
you took
okay.
a lot of pictures of this one lady,
Yeah.
Andrea. No
she
last
took-
name given.
Yeah, she took herself. She set up the camera, took pictures herself. Okay, cool. So she's a stripper.
And here's where she. Okay, this is weird to have this many pictures. Just
Yeah, I
to-
don't care. Yeah, let's move on. Yeah.
Anyways.
Take it away.
Well, I guess we're going to talk about her too. For months, Andrea studied for a master's degree in library sciences between dancing naked at clubs in
heckles.
Seattle.
The only picture is the stripper you can take pictures of. So.
But then she was sexually assaulted at work and slapped by a customer, and nobody stepped in to help. Well, that took a downturn.
Yeah, it did.
So
now-
now she and hundreds of other strippers in Washington State are fighting for statewide protections that would be the most comprehensive in the U.S., according to Advocate.
I mean, isn't there already a law you're not supposed to touch the strippers? Like, I'm pretty sure that's a law anywhere you go.
Right, but
I-
who enforces it?
I guess I don't know. You think
And
like the
if a club
bouncers definitely
isn't,
should? So
well, yeah, but let's say a club just decides, nah, I'm going to only hire 2 bouncers, even though it's a club where you need like 10.
okay, well. Then,
So is there like, how do you oversee and make sure that they're staffing to their size and their security needs?
make
Because
it. But then,
I've been to one.
so do you
out
want to
of, you know,
unionize
in
the
the-
strippers? Is that what you're saying? Do we
Well,
unionize the
obviously,
strippers?
unionizing strippers would be a slam dunk here.
No, so
But there's challenges for that. It's
You-
not long-term work usually, so that's one of the challenges.
and okay, yeah. So Heckles is saying you can allow tests if they are okay with it. So consent, as always, makes perfectly sense. Just not allowed to touch the goods.
Wait,
yeah,
you can what?
You can like probably like grab their back and like hold them and stuff, right? I don't know.
Oh,
So
well,
I think
those rules vary.
yeah, depends on the club, depends on the
Yeah.
state, depends on the who knows, right? So
Yeah, and I've been at more than one club in different states where they say there's one spot you can't touch, but otherwise touching is completely okay.
I'm
For
not gonna
most
lie,
of
I've
them.
never been to a strip club. You know, I just the town I was in when I first started growing up, they were illegal in that town. Thanks to my good old step aunt, which was the mayor. Not gonna get that city, but anyway, she shut down all the strip clubs in the city. Kind of weird, but yeah, and then just never got around to going one, you know. So
So
gonna make
limited
that.
knowledge.
Yeah,
I have knowledge of Iowa and Missouri.
yeah,
No,
some
Iowa
club
and
rules.
Kansas. No, and Missouri. Missouri sucks. I do have knowledge of it.
So, but anyway, now that we're a little ways into it, there was one stripper here from Alberta. She got very, very famous because she would take golf balls and place them in a
Oh,
spot and shoot them towards the crowd. You know, like
oh, in
no,
her mouth,
yeah. Well,
like shoot them out
no,
of her mouth. Yeah, like
not her mouth, but yes, something on those lines.
what do you
Um,
mean?
I'm not. If you're watching the show,
What do
you're
you
old
mean?
enough to think what I'm saying. So yeah, the lower mouth, yeah. So yeah, so, but yeah, she got famous. She started touring all across North America for it because
Look, that's skill.
she was
Probably,
doing it
right?
and she was like popping up at the crowd and all that. So she made pretty good money, right? So, but yeah, so what about these rights? We should probably get back into that a little bit. So
Jermaine says 100 gets you the good parts. They don't
yeah,
have a good night.
yeah.
Actually, yeah, there was one night where I was straight up propositioned for something, and I was like, they also said like $275 though.
We shouldn't be
For
verbally abused for just doing our jobs and existing. Who has seen a DJ at one club harass dancers if they didn't tip them enough? That's not cool. Like that's their money. The DJ should have a tip jar up in the jar. The chicks to make their money, or the guys, or whatever. Guys could be strippers too. If they make their money, let them keep their money. They're working for it. So
yeah,
um,
most ones I've been to don't even have a DJ. Most of the ones I've been to
yeah,
just have like they just have loud ass
yeah.
music.
And you probably have a jukebox in the corner. You can put some money into play it, right?
Yeah, there was like a song selection station usually,
Oh yeah.
so you could try to pay to get your shit in. Usually be from a yeah like a list of things, or you'd get yelled at because you're not supposed to touch that. Depends on the club.
Okay, so she avoids the club if he's there. So if that one guy's working, she won't work. So that's not very fair to her. She said the 24-year-old who would only use her first name, but her picture. So that kind of you go online, you can definitely put that in somewhere and find out who she is just by her photo. But anyway,
Okay, but you don't need to. So
I'm just saying
not
she doesn't put her last name out there, and her photo kind of defeats the purpose, you know. But anyway, the Associated Press has not identified people who say they have been sexually assaulted. And then it says, no one as a stripper bill of rights proposal being considered the legislation would require a security guard at each club. So maybe they don't even have security clubs yet. I mean, security
well,
guards,
there's nothing requiring it.
right? But you think you would want to have a balancer and stuff like that, just for anything. Like,
Yeah, you'd think that would be a legal requirement
yeah,
for running one of those establishments.
any bar.
Right now,
Any
it
bar.
doesn't appear it is.
Like any bar in general, not just strip clubs. Like shit goes down, like maybe not a little like pub on the corner, but like when it becomes a club, and that's where you have to defer what a club is. Like, but
Right.
um, well, so yeah, let's just
Jermaine
require
has a lot of
security guard
experience,
each
you
club.
can see.
Keypad codes to enter the dressing room. Yeah, that makes sense. Locked. Training for employees to prevent sexual harassment. And procedures if the customer is violent. Yeah, that should be requirement anywhere. That's what the bodyguards for.
Yeah, that's literally that's the security guard's job.
It would be
those
also
two things
required training on how to de-escalate conflict between dancers, employees, and customers. Again, that's a good thing to have in
falls
general,
under
right?
what you want. Yeah, that's all training you want your security to have.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's I think it's probably a great idea. That should be, not just be in Michigan, it should be everywhere. Now everyone like I guess some people have much different opinions on strippers and stuff. Me, it's their life; they can do what they want, right? Live it, right?
Yeah, I mean,
but they do have the right. Work's work. There's a lot of like the work is work, you know, like
that's the work you want to do. I'm fine.
and if somebody wants to pay it, but then what I get pissed off about is people that support the sex workers, but then get mad at men for like in the sex workers, you know, they're like men are pigs, but women should be allowed to be sex workers. It's like but if men were pigs, there'd be no use for sex workers, right? But that's just another thing. But yeah,
But I mean,
it does true. I'm sure you've seen that. Like
you could hold those two things and then be true, though. I mean,
but it's like,
like,
come on, like, but you see,
there's a demand for this work,
yes,
and this work is work.
Yes,
like,
but
yeah,
then people
like
like
holding those two. But I wouldn't say all men are pigs. I would never make that kind of a generalization.
But people have made that joke for going to the strippers and stuff. It's like, well, like, they're working, they're there, why not? You know, like.
Right, but there's an easy counter to the all men here. Gay men aren't going to these strip clubs. They're going to other ones.
Yeah, maybe they're going to female strip clubs. Who knows? So, I don't know, right? So, but yeah,
they've got their own clubs that have their own problems too.
I'm gonna start to learn to dance out of the blue. Just
you could. There's a movie, Magic Mike. Yeah, you could just choreograph. Or what's the old?
I'm not allowed to do that. That will get me canceled. If I try to be Magic Mike, I'm canceled. You know, like
no, that's why you gotta do Patrick Swayze.
Okay, there you go. So
I used to be a construction worker. They bring them to the hotel. Whoa.
Yeah. So that's good. So they got bills coming. Washington is responsible a wide regulation gaps for strippers at the 11 clubs across the state. They only have 11 strip clubs in Michigan.
That's, I guess.
That seems pretty low.
Wait, this is Washington.
Washington, sorry, my bad. Washington. Okay, Washington.
Washington State. Like that's state.
Like that's
state. Yeah, so the entire state. 11 clubs, maybe.
Yeah.
And if it's only 11 clubs and there's like none of these regulations in place, do it. What are they gonna do? There's 11 of them.
Yeah.
They're gonna comply because they want to stay open. There's 11 of them. They're definitely thriving. If there's that few.
So yeah, so it's just I'm not sure what else is going into here. Talking about the past, we have written sexual acts policies, so they're just trying to push it, which is good. I hope they succeed. Again, everywhere. Let them do this everywhere. It's a good idea.
Oh yeah, Illinois had a required written sexual harassment policy. I mean, that's certainly a good thing. Obviously, if they're also lacking physical like security, that's a little more demanding.
Yeah, but there should be like that's it. Like okay, like I'm sure they make enough money. Now that's a thing though.
Buttons, blacklist for customers. So I mean, that's some security options. That's
panic buttons and blacklist.
Yeah. Washington though for that.
Yeah, panic button, but that's as long as it goes with a uniform, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, if it's a job and it is a job, then you should be safe at work.
Like no, for sure.
Any other job, and it sounds like the people working there aren't safe. And unionizing would be great. That was your first thought, right?
Yeah. Well, I said that to you. They should be using as strippers, but yes. So.
But that's just such a challenge, though. They should do it. That'd be pretty sick.
But then they'd have to. I don't know. I think I could be wrong here, but I guarantee most strippers don't claim every dollar they make. When it's unionized, it'd probably be harder to hide that stuff. I don't know, but more rules. They can't sneak more money out, right? But. Yeah.
It depends on if they want to make dues be a flat amount or a percent-based amount.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some, but maybe there's some. I don't know. Maybe there's some strip clubs out there that you pay. Like, I don't know if you pay to enter them. Again, I've never been to one, so I don't know. But but like, do they?
So wait,
they
what's
pay,
the question?
Like,
do they
pay like
inside?
No,
yes.
But like, say they pay. Okay, well, you have to pay $100 an hour to get in here, right? That's the rule. And
it's usually not a per hour fee. Usually
but that's it. Then that's guaranteed profit for the business, profit for the security, profit for everybody, right? And boom, right? So maybe $100 an hour is more too expensive. I don't know. You have to figure something out, right? But that's something that they might be able to look into. I don't see why it wouldn't work, right? So.
Oh, if you wanted to try to milk more money out of your customer?
No, not even milk money, but like, okay, now you don't give this because she was complaining that the DJ is asking for half to so much more money, right? That way it gets rid of the tipping, which I guess that may be part of the experience. I'm not sure.
Well, I think the real question with that is how is the DJ currently being compensated? Because his should not be a tip gig. It should be
paid gig,
an hourly rate.
No, 100%, and that's on him.
If I'm there for 8 hours, you're gonna pay me, $25 an hour, so that's $200.
Yeah, and that's on him, right? So.
And then I can have a jar, and if somebody feels like, hey, you've been playing some nice tunes tonight, here's some tips.
And when
I've also been making a lot of dances tonight, so here.
And when I did karaoke, it was usually about 5 hours, and I get $60, which wasn't even minimum wage. I get $60 cash and drinks all night, which the drinks paid for the minimum wage. You know what I mean? Like, because I can drink like a fish, right? So yeah, I still got compensated, and I never asked money for this, right? Like that'd be ridiculous. But I don't have anything else on these strippers. Is there actually is there more? I thought that was in it. My bad. Maybe we do. My bad. I thought that was in. Yeah. I don't know.
Did I miss that? It's about to talk about something called NCSL.
The North Carolina Strip
State
Lounge?
Legislature. National Conference of State Legislators. National Strippers Legislation.
I don't know. So.
Okay. Yeah. This goes on quite a bit.
But there she is playing with her stuffies again. But yeah. Yeah, most guys are watching independent contractors. Oh, so they can be blacklisted if they report abuse.
House manager would cap club fees at 150. Wait, what? So wait, they're literally negotiating this sort of thing, but not like requiring security.
Ah.
What?
Yeah, it's all about the money.
Right?
They say they can always like this sounds bad, but like someone comes in and beats the shit of a stripper, they just go hire another. That's for any job out there anyway. It's not about the people; it's about the money. They don't care about the people. Very, very, very few places actually care about the independent worker than what the worker does. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't look like it's going into. I don't know if this is going to go into more, but that's good. I hope they do succeed. I hope they.
Hey, she got her degree in November.
Oh.
Yeah, she's gonna work in a library while continuing to dance.
Yeah.
Sexy library.
There you go. I wonder if she planned that for you. So it's not a lie. They're real, okay? We always thought it was just a gig, but no, it's a real thing.
Yeah, no, it's real. It's a real thing.
Yeah. Does she have glasses?
I think so. Didn't we?
I don't know. Not that matters, but yeah, she has glasses. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Looks like a librarian.
I don't know. She really. I don't know. That doesn't look like. When I look like a librarian, I see someone in like a very like tall, like a suit and all that. And it's got the books in their arms always like this. But okay. And you Swifties.
Taylor Swift.
What you Swifties don't even have to wait long. Take it away, Dustin.
Well, I just want to note this is a weird version of CNN. Their light version. I don't know how you found this. kind of sus. I just want to point out, Mike found this weird link. It is real, no matter how fake it looks. When I first got to it, it wasn't even zoomed in. It looked like this.
This is a lot to read. Okay.
What? So, anyways, Taylor Swift. CNN brings us this. Taylor Swift threatens legal action against Florida student who tracks her jet.
Okay. Yeah. Do you remember a while ago when that happened to Elon Musk? Someone was posting Elon Musk.
Yeah, I was gonna say this.
The same kid. It's the same kid. It's the same kid. But nobody thought it was a big deal then.
Didn't Elon Musk say that he was like violating his privacy and shit and doxing him? He said the kid and the tracker were both doxing him because
yes, and then everybody said nope, he's not because that's public information. So he got shut down on that. Right? He did remove the guy from X, which that's his right because it's his platform. But
yeah, he's a big weenie.
No, that makes sense. I would too. He's putting like a guy literally went and attacked him. And
he also took down a bunch of people who just simply had links to that same tracker.
Yeah, but like, the old Twitter was just as bad for taking it down. So, but yeah. So it's the same kid. He does have his X account back now, so he's posting where Taylor Swift goes.
But is this the same kid?
Yeah, it's the same kid. So. Well, he's probably not a kid, but he's a.
Okay. Oh, it says he disbanded his account at Elon Jet, so it's probably called something else now.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Yeah. I thought.
Swift Jet.
From what I read, it was back, but okay.
So Sweeney was let back on the X platform. So it does say that right there.
Yeah, okay, there you
Also
go.
runs
Yeah.
accounts that track the private jet movements of Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, and a spout of other celebrities and public figures. Musk has previously said the accounts pose a security risk for him and his family. Yeah, that's the thing I was saying. Like Musk got big mad and was kicking him off, but like I
The
guess he's
guy,
back on.
yeah,
Just don't
well,
do mine. Do the rest of
yeah,
people's.
no, no, I think, well, Elon Musk gets, I'm pretty sure he made a comment saying he's never going to permanently ban somebody from Twitter. I think he made that. He's like, you should never be that. He's like, has a strike or something like that. But yeah, Taylor Swift isn't very, very happy about it. But
yeah, this also says it's using publicly available flight data, which is true. Everything he's doing is just public information. He's just putting it all together and then doing the math. No different than what they do with the average person's carbon emissions kind of things.
Yeah,
and so they can do that same math with somebody like her and say, hey, well, here's what the math says for you. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Please change your behavior. I think is that what people want? Do people want her to fly less?
Well,
she's not gonna.
I don't think.
What they want?
I don't think anyone was saying that. I think he just pointed out how much a lot of people who, again, I guess I don't know if that's a true statement, so I'm gonna say it anyway. It's no evidence on this, but I'm assuming most Taylor Swift fans are gonna be more left leaning and more about the carbon footprint and saying, oh, we care about the globe. Just my thoughts. But then they realize how much carbon footprint and how much emissions she's putting out, which is quite a bit.
So what do you think they want? Do you think they want her to fly less?
No, they want to see her music, so it's just very, very it's one of those things, oh, that sucks, but I like Taylor, so she can fly.
Oh, so people who aren't fans of her shit are hoping that people who are fans of her shit will call her out on something not related to what they're fans of her shit.
Maybe. I don't know, but this guy does it to everybody.
Hoping for something to happen that you already knew wasn't going to happen.
This guy, but I can't say that's it because this guy's doing it to everybody. He's done it to Musk. He's done it to Bill Gates. He's done it to Zuckerberg. So it's not just Taylor Swift.
He's trying to get a response.
Yeah,
he's trying to say, hey, look.
Oh yeah.
And it's kind of like, well, who cares about Zuckerberg and Gates, and who cares about Taylor Swift?
So
that's my take.
Wow. So
my take is, what do you want to talk about? Do you want them to fly less? Do you want to ban private jets?
Anyway, I just saw this from last year, from January 2020. Okay, this is 2022. Sorry, so it's probably different now. But from January of 2022 to August of 2022, what do you think her carbon footprint was?
I don't know.
Okay, anyway, it's 8.
I couldn't tell you what like a 6.
Anyway, she spent 50 in that 8 months. She spent 15.9 days in the air. So, like, that's crazy. Like, that's how much traveling they do. But yeah,
is it crazy?
Yeah, that seems pretty crazy. I spent 2 hours in the last probably 6 years in plane. That was enough for me.
Right.
But I guess her plane's private, so she doesn't.
You don't compare her to you. I need to compare her to other people who use private jets. Is it crazy
to
spend that much time for, let's say, what's somebody else? Joe Biden.
Joe Biden. Joe Biden.
Yeah, he's on a campaign trail, or Trump. They're both on a campaign.
Okay, let's see. But see, it's one of those things they're not going to give me.
Trump's been flying from state to state, literally every single day. Because just like last time, he wants to go to all 50.
Amazing. Trump and Biden, it doesn't pop up right away. So that just... Everybody else would. Everybody else would, I bet. So let's say...
What about... I'm trying to think of some other famous people that fly all the freaking time.
Michael Bublé.
Megan Thee Stallion. We all know...
Okay, here. I just found a list of the top 10.
All right, top 10?
Top 10, yeah.
And that's for a given time period?
No, let me open this up before. Just plain wrong. Celebrities with the worst private jet CO2 emissions. Is there actually a list or no? Number 1 is Taylor Swift. Number 2, Floyd Mayweather. Number 3, Jay-Z. Number 4, A-Rod. I don't know who that is. Number 5, Blake Shelton. Number 6, Steven Spielberg. Is he still alive? I don't know. This must be over. Number 7, Kim Kardashian. Number 8, Mark Wahlberg. Number 9, Oprah Winfrey. Number 10, Travis Scott. So, and yeah, that was 2022. So that's 2022 stats. So,
And what was number two? Like, what was the difference between number two and number one?
Taylor Swift spent 15.9 days in the air, and wow, and Floyd Mayweather spent Why doesn't it just say?
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out, like, what did she
Yeah.
blow away the competition? Was it close? Was
Okay,
Floyd
yeah,
right
I'm trying
there
to
with
figure it out. You
her? The top 10 all told?
15.9 days for her, but it doesn't actually say. But he did.
Also, she's been having like gangbusters career wise. Like, she's got new albums dropping.
Yeah.
She's been doing back to back to back tours. Like, if you look at her workload, that explains her jet usage for the most part. But then you also have to look at her extracurriculars right now, which is flying to Kansas City every freaking day.
Yeah, this is the only information I have.
And
In 2022, Taylor Swift spent she did 1,184 times more than the average person. Floyd Mayweather did 1,011. So she's 173 times worse than Floyd Mayweather.
Right. That kind of makes sense. I mean, she's not really any different than the other celebrities, other than the fact that right now she's doing crazy amounts of stuff.
Yeah. So the letter referencing and reported on Musk offering him money. Oh yeah, I do remember it, but then he turned that down. Did Taylor Swift offer him money, or she just sued him?
Did she offer this guy money?
Yeah, Musk did, but the guy turned it down. Musk said he paid him $5,000, but he didn't take it.
I don't think I've heard Swift offering money.
The letter states that it's a life or death matter for Swift. Everybody knows where Swift is 24/7 anyway. Give me a break, you know?
Yeah.
And again...
Oh, she's using the same argument that Musk did, though. Stalkers, others who wish harm.
Yeah.
It's the safety argument again.
But again, now I just...
The only thing in response was getting the dude banned off Twitter.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Now I just want to see how people react, because a lot of people are like, it's public information. When it was Musk, it's still public information. So is it going to be different now? People are going to be mad now because it's Taylor Swift?
Well, I mean... I don't know that it matters what people think. Is Elon Musk going to be mad now?
Yeah, we'll find out.
If Elon Musk is mad now, he'll do something. And if he's not, he won't. It doesn't matter what people think at this point.
Or what?
Because just like last time, the only thing that mattered was who had the button on the trigger.
Or there should be some new legislations marking it for not have this stuff privately. I mean, open data. I don't know if the proper word is. But why is it public information? Why is it public information? Like,
well, I mean, this is flight logs. It has to.
But
it's public. It's flights.
Yeah.
It's above all of our heads.
Yes.
We all agreed you can fly above us as long as we know who's flying above us.
Okay, yeah, but why do I have to say?
I don't care if it's Taylor fucking Swift.
Okay.
Tell me I'm not stalking you because I'm below you. Yeah. Taylor.
Well, you see me? That's why most people do, because they're not as high as you.
Taylor.
No, but like it's a thing. Okay, then Joe Smith is a captain of this Boeing 737 at this time. Okay, why do they have to put Swift's name on it? You know, why did they put Musk's name? That's what I'm confused about. Like, it's their private jet, yes. Then why? Then what they should do is get someone else to buy them jet. Sell the jet to somebody and fly around in it. Sell the jet to you so it can be Dustin, and nobody will give a shit if Dustin's flying above, right?
I don't know. You're saying that the flight minutes should be censored?
I don't know enough about that, so I can't say that.
It seems security flight FAA.
It seems like it's becoming a security issue nowadays for many, many people. Yes.
Well, look, last time we had an answer, so all we have to do is do the same thing this time.
But that just solved the answer on Twitter anyway at the time. It didn't solve the answer anywhere else. That just solved it.
Nothing happened to Elon. Isn't he safe now?
He was attacked, and his son was attacked once.
Did they use the flight data to find him?
They were attacked at the airport, so I guess it looks that way. Again, that's...
we should have done that story.
Yeah.
That would have gone greatly with
I don't know if we even do the banter then. That was a long time ago, you know?
Look, I think we're all waiting to see what Elon does here, because if Elon really believes it was about safety of the person involved, Swift is saying, hey, my safety's at risk. She's calling out to Elon, do the thing. The other people didn't. Gates didn't say shit because he doesn't care. He's like, I got armed security guards and shit. Who's the other guy? Mark Zuckerberg. He's like, I'm not human.
He said he'll kill you. He said remember we just did a story about him last.
I'm Mark Zuckerberg.
Did he go down? Because the guy who's on the Twitter account made a comment to CNN. It looks like so. So he said he never intended harm with his actions. Nothing he said is complying. Like, so public, I mean, yeah, so it's public information. I actually think Swift has some good songs. He added. Still, he said, I believe in transparency and public information. Also said there is a high public interest for Swift fans in the accounts saying she should have a decent explanation. What is that? My bad.
A decent expectation that her jet will be tracked whether or not this guy does it.
Yeah, it's good. No, it's exactly. It's free to look up, isn't it? So
yeah, and he's like, even your fans have to accept that even if I didn't, somebody's
gonna do it. Yeah,
there's such public interest in you, and specifically where you are because of the stupid coming back to Kansas City thing that she's doing.
Exactly.
That's adding to the fervor, you know. That.
Yeah, no, like that just
and that's taking her extra trips every time.
Yeah. But that's what you get when you're rich, you know.
So, representative for Taylor Swift declined CNN's request for comment. Why does everybody decline requests for comments from every news site ever?
Because
when have you ever heard like this person actually said yeah? So
because people are worried about media nowadays misguiding you. They all do it. They miswording you. You say something, I'm like, you just say something and they'll take it totally out of context. Like, oh, something. I hate puppies, and like just say that I had this puppy, but I hated him. Mike hates all puppies. He's a bad guy. You know, they'll take that one little word and break it into something. So I can see why people are skeptical to talk to media. I don't hate puppies, for the record.
When asked about evidence that they tried to ask for evidence that the stalker's allegation from Swift, her spokespeople said, "We can't comment on ongoing police investigations. We can confirm the timing of stalkers suggests a connection. Supposed tells you exactly when and where she'd be. So did she have an attack too?
Maybe.
Did they both get attacked in airports? You think they didn't link those articles to us?
You think we heard about that? You think we were breaking? If Taylor Swift was attacked at an airport, it would be headline news around the world. Give me a break, you know? So, I don't know. Maybe they had something. Again, fans are crazy. Like, being like back in the 60s too with the Beatles, people, they didn't have tracking, but they would still wait at airports knowing that the Beatles are going to land in the next 36 hours. Hundreds of fans would stand there for hours. You know,
it happens to professional wrestlers because they, you know, what town they're going to be in is heavily advertised because they go from city to city. So it's like, well, if you just go to the airport, they have. There's only one airport in Kansas City, so if there's wrestling in Kansas City on Monday night, you're going to see someone.
Exactly, and that's the same with an airport here. It's like, you know, someone's coming. You know, the hockey players are coming to Calgary. Oh, that's the airport. We're going to see them because there's only the one airport.
You know, you're an asshole. See, I would never do that. I don't go and try to meet people.
No, like I've met celebrities. When I
go to the shows, I don't even try.
I've met celebrities, and like you say, I'll say, if I see them on the sidewalk, I'll say hi. The Prime Minister was walking by me one time back in 2014, and I called him out, and we chatted for like 3 minutes, and we went our separate ways. So you can do that in Canada. You can see the Prime Minister walking by, and be like, "Yo!" And he'll, not now, but back in the day, he would come over and like shake your hand and talk to you.
Wait, didn't you call him a piece of shit to his face?
That was Trudeau, not Stephen Harper.
Oh, different guy.
Yeah, Trudeau was not the prime minister at the time. He was just a rich kid living off his daddy's money still. So, but
yep, that's how nepotism works. Anything else on Taylor Swift?
Over here. Okay, here's my. I'm gonna give my new prediction. Here's my new prediction. Okay. So let's timestamp this at 34 minutes and 15 seconds. So this is my new prediction for Taylor Swift. Now hear me out. So Taylor Swift has a show in Japan the day before the Super Bowl, right? Now Japan has made a comment saying we're gonna guarantee Swift will make it back to the game to see the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was right down here.
Yeah, oh, look at that. So, look at that. It's right. See?
17-hour time. Swift should be able to make it to Las Vegas from Tokyo in time for the big game. She departs Tokyo in the evening after her concert.
Yeah, okay, so, but anyway, what's going to happen?
The Japanese embassy tweeted that.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Yeah, exactly. Good on America. But what's going to happen is she's going to be late. She's going to be late, and the Chiefs are going to be down by 3 touchdowns going into halftime. All the fans are going to be crying because Taylor Swift isn't there. Travis, whatever his name is there, is going to have tears because they're losing, getting their ass beat. Then right halfway through halftime, as Usher's on stage, as Usher's performing, they're gonna put Taylor Swift walking in the arena, and the usher has to stop singing because everyone's looking at Taylor Swift walking in.
Oh, and
they're gonna
call it
hug.
the hush. It's the husher.
Yeah,
husher.
And then Chiefs are gonna come back, win by a touchdown, and that's when all the glitter is falling and all the shit.
And then
Travis and Taylor Swift, he's gonna get down on one knee and propose. And they're not gonna get married. This is all for show. And that's my prediction for now. There's more to it afterwards if that comes true. And we'll get to that then. But yes, we will find out Monday if I'm correct.
It's one of those continuing prophecies.
Yeah.
If it starts to check out the boxes, we'll tell you more
about
the story.
34 minutes to... Yeah, that was a minute. So we got it. Okay. But that's all I have.
That's all I got on Taylor Swift. Until next time.
I didn't think about it that much, so...
Well, we're not done with the Super Bowl. I guess it kind of segues here.
Super Bowl? What? No.
Yeah.
Bye-bye toilet rings? Yeah. That's a fucking lovely hat.
I love how Fox News says, hey, we'd love to show you our logo and our headline at the same time, but you're going to have to see this big-ass advertisement if you want that.
Okay.
So thanks, Fox News. Yeah. Now I'll scroll away.
Pro-life Spider-Man arrested after climbing Las Vegas sphere during Super Bowl week. What the fuck? Fuck off of the Super Bowl week. Come on.
Super Bowl week.
Does this have something to do with Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Mason said he was climbing the sphere in Vegas to raise money for a homeless pregnant woman.
Okay. But is the Super Bowl happening in Vegas?
Yeah, I guess. So yeah. It is.
And it's happening at the sphere?
No, it's not. It's a sphere. It's just a
box, so
it's a dome. No, that's not the sphere. It doesn't look like it could be, but Las Vegas police have arrested an activist after he was caught climbing up the sphere in Vegas Strip on Wednesday morning during the Super Bowl week. Mason, known as the pro-life Spider-Man, was approached by officers after climbing to the top of the sphere, one of the Las Vegas Strip's newest attractions. Yeah, I think we looked at it. It was that smiley face that looks.
Yeah, it's the smiley face that watched the race.
There's different things too. Yeah, the individual has been taken into custody with no further incident. Oh, God, without further incident, the Las Vegas Police Department posted. Formerly known.
So, this is a very French name.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that.
That's why I just said Mason.
Facebook posted a video of him on the dome explaining he was doing it to raise money for a homeless pregnant woman.
That's a nice thing. I'm not wasting money.
Is that what makes him pro-life? Is that why he's?
Because he wants to help people live. He wants to help women have their baby.
Not people. The
baby,
person.
That's
not even people. It's like he has a specific homeless pregnant. Did you impregnate this lady?
No, but he's known as it. So I'm assuming because he's known as a pro-life activist, so he's probably done other stuff before, right? Face up to 11 years in prison. But pro-life, face up to 11 years in prison, peaceful. That's a different story.
This is Fox News where they do that. They throw a totally different story.
Not similar, yeah.
It's awesome. I love their website. It's just the worst.
Yeah. So Diaz is known for climbing the skyscrapers and buildings to raise money for women in crisis, pregnancies. So because he helps out pregnant women who need a hand, he's pro-life. His Instagram handle is Okay, he calls himself the pro-life Spider-Man. Never mind.
Okay.
So okay.
There you go. Yeah. There it is. He calls himself.
That's cool. Yeah, that's his name. So Sheriff Kevin McHale addressed the incident during a press conference on Super Bowl safety, saying, "We know that people are gonna test us. We know people are gonna try things." But it sounds like he's done this before, regardless if the Super Bowl or not. So I don't know, but
as we sit here today, there's an individual for a publicity stunt climbing on the top of the sphere. Your first responders are all over there taking care of it. We know these things are going to happen. And we're going to deal with them and as they come up and make sure we have the safest Super Bowl we ever had. It's all fine. Everything's fine.
It's the first Super Bowl.
People climb on the sphere.
So but look, it kind of looks like it's very easy to climb with that chain link fence there.
It does, but I wouldn't. At what point would you stop and go back down?
Well, some people don't have fear. Like he probably gets like
right here.
Yeah, I don't really have one about there. It's probably like that's high.
Like once I'm more than
where it
two
says
of my
East floor,
bodies.
Where it says East floor there, that's probably where I'd go.
East floor.
Yeah, right about there.
Keep it low. Keep like one body.
Yeah. So, but yeah, some people are not fearful at all.
I buy toilet rings.
Oh yeah. You clean your toilet, that will not stay there. Follow for more tips.
So early Wednesday morning, he posted a photo on a banner reading "Abortion is murder" on his Instagram story and tagged the NFL's official account. So yeah, he's going for the publicity here.
Yeah. So I don't know, get NFL, I guess, but that's a good way to get your point across. If the NFL is big right now, we're just talking about it. That's probably the best way to get.
Oh, and he knows he's done this before apparently.
Yeah. So.
Oklahoma City's Devon Tower in 2022. Chicago's Accenture Tower in October. The Aria Hotel in Vegas in 2021.
But okay, so
each time he was using it to raise money for women in pregnancy crisis, he's using it, and he's done it before. This is
okay, regardless of the whole puss hole, like whatever. But that's a good cause, at least for trying to help women who are pregnant, homeless. I think that's a great cause. Like just because they're like.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're homeless and pregnant, you're definitely in a situation where you need financial aid because America's not going to help you.
No, and this guy's doing it, you know, like
if this guy's out there helping people in those situations, more on him. I will tell him though, there's no reason to say pro-life in that.
Yeah, well,
you're just doing good deeds. You should just be like, good deed guy.
Who knows? Maybe he didn't have a name, and the first time he did it, that's what the media called him. He's like, I like it. Let's go with it, you know. But
I mean, or he's trying to get an additional audience by saying, "Hey, if I throw this in there,
you're gonna get
I'll get the people that care about the whole political pro-life."
And then you're gonna get the whole not like pro-choice,
which
people
isn't everybody. There's a lot of people who see that argument and just say, "Nope, that's political. I'm not looking at things political." So you've kind of lost some people that I think you don't necessarily think you should.
But using that hashtag is going to get them a lot more people who are probably going to donate for that, right? So
yeah, there's some calculus being done there. I hope
you talked right at the beginning about the algorithm, about why we start off with strippers. He probably understands it.
Some algorithm logic here, because what he's doing isn't. I wouldn't qualify that as pro-life. Nobody is against what he's doing. Yeah. I think everybody understands that somebody in that situation, homeless and pregnant, this is like basically a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
Children are fucking expensive, and being homeless means no job typically.
Yeah. No job, no work, and malnutrition.
With no home.
And malnutrition. You're pregnant. You can't just eat friggin' little. You gotta have the right nutrition. You gotta have the right vitamins and all that stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff, right?
If you place an ice cube on a burger when grilling, it'll make it better.
Nah, I'm a big barbecuer. There's a trick to that, but I disagree with it. Because you can't make them better.
Done this.
But it does work. It's true. You put it in there. There's something about because it adds a bit of
moisture. Make it more moist.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So
everybody likes a moist burger.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good on Spider-Man. I hope he helps that woman out. We can get her off the streets, and hopefully she respects it too.
Well, yeah. I mean, hopefully you actually get permanently off the streets. So that could be hard to do even with money. But anyways. Moving on to a more grim story. Is this a follow-up? I don't remember where the...
It's not a follow-up, no.
Was. Okay, Fox News is bringing us this one. South Carolina seeks to restart executions with an electric chair firing squad. Says painless death not required. South Carolina claims instantaneous or painless deaths are not mandated. Wait. Hold on, you had me in the first half, and in the second half, I'm like, well, why'd you say firing squad? That's the painless one.
Well, see, you know what? Because I was actually funny because we talked about that on our show, and then I was actually talking to a friend about that, and they're like, "Well," and I think someone else who was it that was kind of disagreeing with that. What? Someone was disagreeing with us, wasn't it? Was it Jace?
Firing?
Yeah,
maybe.
I don't remember who it was, but I could be wrong. I'm not saying that, but they're like, "Well, what happens if they miss?" I'm like, "Well, that's always a squad because it's done quick." Like electric chair is that's I always
no one person feels guilty. Two reasons why it's a squad.
Yeah. So and but I don't know. And the guy and that painless death. Well, like if they tortured 450 people and killed them, well, maybe they do kind of.
Well, that's the thing.
Like, you know,
well, like you could argue that you're not mandated to do instantaneous painless death, but you are mandated not to do cruel and unusual punishment.
You know, you don't want to, but
it's coming in from the other direction. You're
okay. So you get shot, and then you fall to the ground, and you bleed out for 30 seconds, and you're laying there bleeding out, knowing you're gonna die for 30 seconds. Boom. That's good. Like that's probably a good last 30. Not good last 30 seconds, but a shitty last 30 seconds, right?
If you do the firing squad, right? There is no 30 seconds.
Yeah. Okay. But electric chair, you're shaking, and you're shaking for a while, and it doesn't always work. But
true, and same with the chemicals. You know, when they do the injection, lethal injection, we oftentimes find that one of the drugs didn't work, but the other two did, kind of thing. So they felt everything, but were paralyzed
Yeah.
and died. So the feeling one didn't work, but the paralyzed work and the killing worked.
Yeah.
And they
Well,
find out afterwards, oh well, so we tortured that guy, right? Yeah, we tortured him,
if
but
they,
nobody had to see it.
yeah. But like I don't, again, no, this might sound horrible, but there's some people like not all. I guess death penalty's hard. I like maybe makes, but they like tortured and killed 20 some odd women or children. It's like, yeah, well, meh.
That's why it's
No.
hard to have the discussion about how it should work with a case in mind.
And that's exactly it, like it's so.
Because then you're more likely to say, well, yeah, fuck them. You know what that person did?
Yeah, and that's the thing.
They, 27 people, they mutilated 27 people while
No.
they were alive.
Yeah.
Why are we even discussing how to kill this person?
Exactly, but that's the thing. There's like
Does somebody not have a pack of wild dogs?
Yeah, and that maybe that's it again.
Sorry,
but again, yes,
that's why we can't do it that way.
Yeah,
because then we'll legalize pack of wild dog executions.
Yeah. Hey, dogs
I
gotta eat too.
Did you see
dogs gotta
story?
eat?
Made me want to do that.
Dogs gotta eat. Like
look,
awesome.
That's killing 2 birds and getting stoned.
Yeah, exactly, right. And
because
like,
then you have dinner, pheasant, probably,
and then there's probably gonna be some soil, not soil. What is that stuff? Your body decomposes and fertilizes the ground. So it's a win-win-win. Yeah. So what do you? I think it's. I don't know. What were they doing before? Was it death penalty canceled in South Carolina, or were they just doing something different?
So I don't know.
Were they just doing lethal injection?
So I have no idea. I haven't pre-read this, so I have no idea. Lawyers for a group of South Carolina. I think it's going to answer your questions, though. Lawyers for a group of South Carolina death row inmates who have run out of appeals. Oh, that sucks for them. That argued that the state Supreme Court that 2 of the state's forms of execution, the old electric chair method and the new firing squad method, are cruel and unusual punishments.
No, stop.
Claims the painless deaths are not mandated.
Now stop. Aren't they allowed to choose their way to die?
Well, yeah, but we said that, and then we're like, but there's a list.
Yes, there's a list. But okay,
so
but they added 2 things
and lethal injection.
Yeah, lethal injection. But then they can still pick lethal injection. So why does that matter? Maybe someone says, "Yeah, damn right, I want to be firing squad." Oh yes, I want to be executed. Right?
They're also mad about the lethal injections down here too.
Oh.
The lawyers for the former inmates also argued that a 2023 law created to allow lethal injections to restart hides too many details about the new drug and protocol used to kill inmates. Whoa, what do you mean about restart? Does that mean like halfway through they could be like, oh, oops, let's restart at the beginning?
I don't know, maybe.
How far along do you get in that? Or that's like now you don't know the toxicology of what you've just done.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Isn't there like easy? Like, I'm pretty sure there's easier ways to kill people. Friggin',
well, I mean, yeah.
Friggin' ricin. Put some ricin in their fucking water, and boom, let them have their last meal with some ricin. Boom, they're dead. So.
I mean, and that's where the list. I don't think it includes things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, if that were on the list, I bet you'd have takers.
But you know what? Honestly, don't do it. Like your last meal is literally your last meal because it's the meal that kills you. So
and it sucks, but because some people like literally do this, but like overdose.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, can you kill me with an overdose?
Yeah, toss him a needle on a heroin and a spoon and a lighter. Boom. Enjoy.
Just never stop injecting me.
Yeah.
You just keep it going.
Yeah. Like, yeah,
you'll know when it's enough.
I'm pretty sure a gram of heroin would kill anybody. So, Inject, boom.
I'm kind of for more options. I'm not against it.
Yeah, but saying like,
especially if you're saying that the inmate gets to choose it. I'm a different state of mind when they have no say in it, because then you start to get into the now I'm going to force inject.
Most people on death row murder people, and the people they murdered didn't want to be murdered. So but
true.
It's like I know.
Agency is a not a right. It's a privilege. Agency is a privilege in that situation. So.
Yeah,
because you're a prisoner.
Yeah, but it's like that's not like it's like okay, who knows how that person suffered?
Well, that's why we were both surprised that they even had a choice.
Yeah, like no, you get what the cheapest protocol is. Lead is the cheapest protocol. Get 9 people with rifles.
These guys in South Carolina are like, we looked at the options. We don't like any of them.
Or drown them. Fucking put them in a sealed container with water. No drowning. But drowning is quick. No drowning. Drowning. Drowning is the most quickest and harmless way to die. Because as soon as
Is that true?
as soon as you inhale that water, you're done. You are done. You know, you're out cold. You're not dead, but you're out. You don't feel nothing until either you get pulled out and push that water out of your lungs, or you die. You do not feel a thing. Drowning is a most peaceful, and I'm putting that in quotation marks, way to die. So
Is that based on experience or just?
I hear.
You read some shit? And also, what if like you are able to get some air? Is it important that you are not able to get any air?
Okay, I just Googled that and it just redirected me to the suicide crisis hotline. So that's good on Google. That's good on Google because I was like, is drowning a piece like is drowning a like fast way to die?
Oh yeah.
And I didn't even think about that. You're not alone, and we talk about that lots.
We do. We end our show
for research.
Well, and that's just one of their things they can do. One of the little things that they do to try to like, hey,
Yep.
somebody is doing these sort of searches, put something in front of them because sometimes it just takes something in front of you, just one thing.
So
They don't know what thing it'll be. It could be them. It could be us.
Well, okay, well, kids, there's mixed reviews, but I'm not gonna go off anything on Reddit, so I can't say that. But from what I heard, and my grandma's sister actually died drowning when they were kids. Story she told me, and she said her sister died so quick, but maybe that's just a thing my grandma told me to make herself feel better. Is her sister drowned, saving her, which is a very horrible situation she went through when she was a kid. So maybe that's just what she told herself and told me that made her feel better. But from what I heard, as soon as you inhale that water, you're dead. Now, if you're in the ocean trying to survive and flopping around, you're not gonna die. But if you go under and drown, you're dead. Not that you should die, but that's a quick, painful way.
Yeah, and so I just couldn't help but notice here. Marilyn Manson finishes his New Hampshire community service sentence for blowing nose on something.
Don't click it. Don't click it. I don't know. He's a piece of shit. He's a creeper, and he's a fucking. I don't know. I hate him. He actually got punched out. He got punched out in Calgary here at a local Denny's not too long ago.
Who did he creep on?
He was at a local Denny's.
Like,
no, he was at a local. You know what a Denny's is, right? Like, yeah, you do. Yeah. Even say he was at a local Denny's, and he started talking to these young girls, and they're like, they didn't know who he was. They're like, we're underage, and he sat down and started talking to them more and being really creepy. And then a guy got up from another table and punched him right in the fucking face and knocked him out. So it was like, okay, but. The guy got charged with assault and everything too, but
well, yeah, you can't just assault people.
Yeah, but hey, whatever. It was worth it. But yeah, so I don't know. I think firing, like, I don't know, what would be the best way? If you had to choose, like, I guess, what would you choose?
We've already had that discussion.
Yeah, firing. Yeah, you said firing. Yeah,
I've already said firing squad.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it's quick. So, but I don't know. I guess
during a hearing, the justice questioned whether the firing squad should be considered a banned, unusual punishment since it has only been used in the U.S. 3 times in the past 50 years. That is not what cruel and unusual. When you say unusual in that's not what they meant. Not unfrequent. That's not what they meant.
Yeah. So.
And just because you've only done this 3 times, pussies.
And but like, there is a chance that you don't die though. That's the only thing.
And I don't say good things about Utah often.
Yeah. They know what they.
All 3 happen in Utah. And that is the last time you're going to hear me say good things about Utah. Till we have a guest.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you chatters out there, if you're from Utah specifically, come at me.
Okay, well.
So you can get your congratulatory medal. You guys are doing it right. They also questioned the electric conductivity of the human skull and asked if modern science has found the electric chair to be more painful and cruel than a century ago. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
These are lawyers asking science questions to a judge going,
yeah.
Dude, I don't know. Did you bring somebody with the answers? Because I didn't.
I don't know. I guess you have to, but having sympathy for most people on death row, I don't. But that's my opinion. That's my views. I don't know if there's anything else on here, really. Is there?
No, I'm just not sure what these guys are trying to get at. It sounds like they've actually got a nice choice.
Yeah, so the lethal injection or the chair of their hearts were stopped. Okay, well, experts have testified prisoners would feel terrible pain whether their bodies were cooking by 2,000 volts in an electric chair or their hearts were stopped by bullets from a firing squad. Assuming 3 shots hit their target. So it's only 3 people. Then get 9 people. Like, you know, like.
And wait, what?
But yeah, once your heart stopped, you're dead. Actually, not necessarily. You're pretty much out though.
Hold on. Are we talking about the same firing squad? You don't just shoot the heart. You shoot the brain and the heart. You know,
Yeah, I don't know.
it's a firing squad. You shoot. The brain is where you feel the pain. You're going to need to hit him in the head. Did that need to be said? Apparently, that needed to be said. Shoot him in the head as well.
Okay, no, it says right here. It's just a heart. It says it. Oh, wait, to avoid.
Assuming the 3 shooters. Wait a minute.
It says to avoid discomfort due to multiple shots to the head. The shooters are typically instructed to aim for the head. So.
This says they've only got 3 shooters.
Yeah. So.
This is not the death I signed up for. I would like go back, and I'm considering the injection now because you guys lied to me.
So,
if I'm on death row and I'm reading these details now, I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
you're gonna have 3 dudes shoot me in the heart. People survive that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
so 9 shots, 10 shots, maybe, but yeah, okay.
Like 3 people not having very good aim.
Unless they have a target right on where his heart is, you know.
I feel like knowing that target means you're taking a life makes people even more likely to miss. Maybe so on purpose, maybe unconsciously.
But there's some people be fine with it, I guess.
And then you're banking on 3 people not having that psychological thing that.
Or what they should start doing. What they should start doing is letting criminals who are on death row kill the criminals on death row.
That would be cruel, though.
Like
they'd be cruel.
Make it a loophole. You know.
Look at any riot video; it's cruelty for sure.
Yeah, okay.
When the prisoners riot,
but they're addicted to killing, so they get a little bit more entertainment before they die, and no one feels guilty because they don't care if they kill anybody, and boom.
So the state's current execution law requires inmates be sent to the electric chair unless they select an alternative method. So if you do a protest, you're going to get electric chair by default.
That doesn't look like a very comfortable bed. No, like,
it's not a bed.
It's like a gurney. Not even a gurney. That's not even a gurney.
That's for killing.
Yeah, but you think at least let you lay flat, you know? Fuck. So. But okay. I don't have anything else on this or ice cubes on that, but.
There's also the nitrogen gas method that we recently covered.
The price mask, yeah. But...
And that, from what I read, that sounds like there was definitely some cruel and unusual punishment going on.
He picked it. So.
He did pick it, right? What was his list of choices? Was it that and injection?
Injection, that, and I think he had firing squad too, but he picked that.
I think I remember if he said that. I bet
because he first picked lethal injection back in 2020.
That's right. The injection failed.
No, they didn't fail. He didn't even get that. They couldn't find his vein. They couldn't even get the needle in because his veins weren't working. So
that's how much he wanted to live.
Is that just when you say the injection failed? It kind of did, but there was actually no injection at that point. So. But yeah. What else do we have on our list today? That's it. No more.
Oh, we've always got more. Let's talk about AI. We haven't talked about AI in a minute.
Okay.
From Gizmodo. This guy used ChatGPT to talk to 5,000 women on Tinder and met his wife.
You think his wife would be pissed off after reading this article? You know, like
maybe. Like, wait a minute, you did what?
Isn't that part of that romance scam we were talking about the other day?
Well, I mean, not if he.
I guess,
stays with the one and he doesn't try to take money from all the others. Like,
I don't know.
The romance scam would be using those.
He still lied. He still lied. But yeah, I don't know. What did he lie about?
Well, what do you mean? He might not have lied. Using ChatGPT to make words for you isn't lying.
He used it to talk to 5,000 women. So how did he get?
You've used things like that to talk to people.
No, I have not.
You've never looked up information and then used that information in a conversation.
Not on a ChatGPT, no.
Well, ChatGPT is no different than you doing it.
Yeah, let's go on. Let's see what it says.
So Alexander Zadon built a program with ChatGPT to find love and at work. Look at that. You gonna fault this guy?
Yeah. Huh. So I don't know.
Fake photo.
Yeah. What?
That's not a fake photo.
No, that's not. Oh, she's rubbing his head. When a girl rubs your head like that, they usually think, "Oh, hey there, sport. Hey there, sport."
Hey there, champ.
I wonder.
Buddy.
I wonder if he has any money.
Why?
So
Probably not. I don't know.
yeah. So that's mean.
Tinder
Yeah.
can be a hard place to find love, especially without an AI assistant. Exactly. See, I guess. So when Alexander got out of his last relationship in 2021, he started looking for a girlfriend in Moscow the old-fashioned way, swiping through Tinder. Wait, that's the old-fashioned way now?
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
that does not feel old fashioned.
The old-fashioned way is going to the bar.
Yeah. So, or making one of those
Am I
VHS
crazy?
tapes. Remember those
Or the
VHS
club,
tapes?
the bar.
We had
you
it
know,
sat there. You had to go to the mall and you filmed a video. I don't remember those. I've seen those though.
Mm.
But yeah. So he used that program to he taking hours into sending out likes, messages, and going on dates with, which all went nowhere. So he decided to open a program, ChatGPT 2, which is several really old now, to be his dating assistant. He programmed conversations with 5,239 women on Tinder. Scheduled him on over 100 dates. And ultimately find his wife. Hey, I guess good on him, hey? So
he basically just took what he was doing by hand and had this thing do it for him in mass so that he could try to whittle down. So he ended up with 100 dates and found one wife out of 100 dates. It took 5,200 conversations. And to get to those 5,200 conversations,
it's a number
you
game.
had to have, probably 50,000 actually swipe on you.
Yeah.
And then of that, 45,000 didn't even chat with you. 5,000 did. So you really probably started with like 50,000 and maybe got to one.
Hey, good idea. It worked. It's a
I
numbers
wish we could
game.
measure how many bots you had to get through.
Yeah, because bots. But yeah, that's, I guess, good on him. I guess the best way to find out your companion is AI. AI is pretty smart. You can probably find a pretty good match by just, I don't know, if you're doing something like that.
So the program sounded like him, understood his interests, and could even schedule in-person dates through his Google Calendar.
No,
that sounds like they used it to talk.
So did the dates know? Did the by text? So did they know? I wonder if they knew that it was a computer talking to them.
Maybe he trained his program to send likes to women who matched his preferences. Well, that's easy enough. Just write on every single one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What program? What do you mean? Literally, just swipe right on every single person.
He also filtered out profiles with photos of alcohol and zodiac signs. So, in the biography, so I guess he doesn't drink and he hates zodiacs. So.
Well, I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna filter a lot of people out, though.
Yeah.
If you don't want the zodiac stuff.
But exactly. But it's true. But like, and the alcohol, but hey, if that's what you want, that's what you want.
Yeah.
Early version could send message and hold a conversation, but it had bugs at first. In one instance, ChatGPT asked a woman to go for a long walk in the woods. You
want to die?
Do you want to go for
I mean, in the woods with me alone? Please? You want?
How many of the people responded to that? Who's trying to go?
How many yeses did you get?
Yeah.
Only 2.
Then the ChatGPT scheduled Zodan for a date and promised he would bring chocolate and flowers. When he arrived empty-handed, unaware of the promise his digital assistant had made, she soured him? Soured him, my bad. Yeah. So yeah, I fucked him. I screwed him over, right? So I guess that didn't work out. So 3.5 out of 4.
Well, yeah. When your chat assistant says you're gonna show up with something and then you don't even read the messages, but you show up.
Yeah.
What?
Come on.
You were so busy you couldn't read the messages for that date. You have so many dates. You're like, well, I can't read them. I'm just gonna show up and assume that the chat did what it should have done.
Yeah, like, do you reckon? Like,
remember when we were chatting about boating?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Remember that conversation? Like, yeah, remember that?
Love boats.
Yeah. We didn't talk about that. Yeah.
Boats. Oh, yeah, I hate them.
So narrow 5,000 women down to 1. Yeah. So that's.
So he updated his shit to make it a more thoughtful lover.
Yeah.
As OpenAI released GPT 3, 3.5, and 4. So I guess he's been doing this for a bit. So I narrowed down his 5,000 options just 1. Hey, they even give her name, Karina Vlash.
The couple matched with each other in December 2022. and she says she was speaking with ChatGPT for the first few months on the relationship.
What the fuck? He would use this for months of texting with somebody before actually doing a date?
After a few in-person dates with her, Zohan paused ChatGPT. After a few dates? Not after the first date? For speaking with the... Oh, okay, no, my bad. I thought that... He paused ChatGPT. Sorry. I thought that was talking to her. My bad. ChatGPT with the other woman on Tinder. The relationship ventured offline as the couple moved in together shortly after in 2023. Hey, like a match made in heaven.
He paused GPT.
So yeah, I thought that was gonna say he paused it talking with her, but
he didn't. He continued having it talk with
not her. With the other woman, it says. So.
He paused it for other women. He continued it for Karina.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So
she was speaking with it for the first few months
crazy,
of the relationship. So. He kept it going even after the pause. This is weird. Karina, look at me.
I guess she's pretty desperate
blink,
too, hey?
Blink, please, blink.
I don't know. So
are you safe? I don't know. Look at the camera, Karina.
I was talking about bro.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, bro. Oh geez, there's a continue. There she is. I don't.
That doesn't look like them both now. So they look like they're siblings.
Happy couple. I was gonna say they look
like they're siblings.
Similar. Why are they also similar?
They look like they're siblings. Maybe they are, and that's why they think the same. It's like, oh shit. Oh, I shouldn't be bullying. That's mean of me. I'm sorry. I hope they
just noting what's noteworthy.
I hope they have a great long life. Makes you happy if they found something that makes them happy.
Similarities with the glasses, with the noses, with the smiles, with the hand.
It does bug me. It does.
The hair parting.
Almost, yeah. So the smile,
so much. I'm at siblings here.
So
potentially.
Yeah.
Allegedly. So he updated his program one last time to become his personal dating guru. Over time, ChatGPT spoke less and less with Karina. And
became the primary person. So she was talking to two, because she's just as crazy as he is, if she knew that. She's literally talking to a computer and him and wouldn't know it sometimes, you know? Like who she was talking to.
At some point, the project wrote me a recommendation that maybe it's time to propose to Karina. Okay. What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah, oh god. I hope they don't have kids. You know, they're gonna be little cyborgs by the sound of it. Like, oh, let's just do that. She said wanted to go. But ChatGPT thought she preferred attending her own. But they didn't have the same wedding?
Wait, did she get married to the ChatGPT first?
Hey, wait. He originally thought that AI project was hallucinating. He never said he wanted to get married, but then he understood. Karina said she wanted to go to the wedding, but ChatGPT thought she preferred attending her own, he said. I took the advice, and she said yes. So they got married by mistake? Is that what happened?
Maybe. It sounds like ChatGPT got into a situation where he had to pull the trigger.
And look at this. She learned about the project a few months into the relationship and wasn't angry. She learned that her fiance had been using ChatGPT to talk to her. Just shocked. She said initial conversation on Tinder are almost about learning about the potential partner's interest. Hopes that maybe their philosophies. Her future husband's chatbot did perfectly fine at communication this early on. That's ridiculous. What the heck, lady? Jeez.
Why is she okay with this?
Yeah. You know? Hey, no, set standards low. You know, some people are desperate. Some people are so desperate they cannot be alone. They want to be with anything. That's like I can't say I'm not a counselor or anything, but I've seen that many times. People will literally take anything just to say that they have a relationship, just to, you know.
Oh, hey, here we get to the real meat of it. Zidane is not offering this product to others at this
He could sell it.
So. Most because it's very expensive to operate. He spent thousands on this program. However, his fiance says AI dating assistants could be a great tool. She says, yeah.
But people are already using it. So people are already using AIs anyway. So other people are using it. So half the time when you have a bot chat you, they're not real people. It's literally an AI having a conversation. And then sometimes you'll see on X, on Twitter, two AIs having a conversation thinking they're real people. And they're having a conversation with each other.
Hilarious.
It is funny because none of us making sense, but they're arguing. And you can tell it's a picture from this person does not exist. Maybe not that one. But you can tell it's a stock photo and not even a real photo. So. All right. Anything else on this?
No, just I think the photo says enough.
Yeah, that says it all. No, they're happy. They're happy. That's all that really matters, right?
Right.
Like, if she's happy with being lied to at the
Well, in
beginning
the
of
first
the
photo, remember the first photo?
yeah,
She's rubbing his head like,
yeah,
"Oh, good little
yeah.
puppy. You
So
make a chat GPT.
I wonder if his
Good
legs.
boy."
I wonder if his legs going. You know, like so you can't tell. It kind of looks
Could
like it
be, I
is.
mean,
Look, he's kind of bracing like he is. He's like, yes.
hand
So,
his hands there so that as it comes up, he can slap his
yeah,
knee and slap it back down, and then comes up.
yeah. I'm a bully. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Okay. I think
this guy was a nerd. He coded a computer to get a girlfriend.
yeah, but now to a follow up.
Yeah,
Sorry.
pretty quick follow up too, because it's where
Yeah, we just talked about this, and we thought it was going to go on for a while. But from AP News, jury finds Jennifer Crumbly, the Michigan school shooter's mother, guilty of manslaughter. So yeah, she was up for it because she apparently provided the gun and all that. I don't know how within one day, because this was news from yesterday. So Monday they didn't have a verdict. By the end of the day, Tuesday they had a verdict. Guilty.
Yeah, that's how juries work. Juries deliberate as long as they need to, and
But
that's
they went no, but it just
some
like
juries are 10 hours, some juries are 70 days.
it just seems like they asked some questions the day before, they didn't get any answers. So the next day they just jumped pretty quick. But again, maybe they had the evidence. We weren't in the courtroom. Who knows what evidence they had?
Have you ever read that Seven Angry Men or whatever that book about the juror people?
Can't say I have.
Or 12 Angry Men or some shit. I don't know, something they made us read in class. Or
Yeah.
maybe it was a movie or some shit.
So
But basically the whole time in deliberation, like one person, you could be sitting there the whole time trying to convince one person.
yeah.
The other like 12 jurors could all be like, we think he's guilty.
Well, one
Does
can say
anybody
no.
not think he's guilty? And one person could be like, well, I don't think he's guilty.
Yeah.
And then they could be like, okay, let's talk through all the things you want to talk through.
And they can go on and go on until I see
Yeah. And
Especially when they're
convince the person, you get an outcome. If they don't,
and especially sometimes they get put up in a hotel too and all that with
Yeah, they are accommodated as long as they are sequestered.
So it's like, he's guilty. No, I think this one's innocent. Oh, he's guilty. Innocent. Like,
I think there is monitoring that to make sure that it's substantive arguments, because they will call a hung jury. Like if it's obvious you're not,
you're just bullshitting.
Fair,
I've never been pulled for jury duty.
Yeah, I think they say good faith.
I've never been called for jury duty, but if I am, I'm definitely gonna. I don't have many pairs of pants. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna put on my jeans with some holes in it. I'm probably gonna go 2 days without showering. I'm not gonna brush my hair, and I'm just gonna walk in there, and I'm gonna probably have like, I don't know, make myself look pretty prejudiced and like dirty and all that. Like even have like, I don't know.
Oh, you will not be picked for the jury then.
Like I really want them to. It's like,
why? How did this homeless guy get in here?
Yeah, like
he's supposed to be here.
Like when I get there, like,
Your Honor, I would like to have this juror removed.
I know, and I would go up there too. I'll be like this. Hey, question: Is this person a person of color? What do you mean? I'm just asking because I will make up my mind right now if you want me to. You're off the jury. Yeah.
Who's the defender? Are they white or not white?
So
and then that's your first thing you say.
Yeah, they would kick me off. They'd send me home. Like,
am I gonna jury over a white guy or a not white guy?
Yeah. Why? It matters. It matters. And I'm kidding. That's a joke. That was just a joke. Because that's just a good way to get on jury duty.
It's just a joke until it happens in America.
Yeah. Well, freak, if there's a way to get on jury duty, whatever, right? So.
I mean, but there are definitely things you could say if you're not interested in doing it. And it can be very cumbersome. Like, especially since you're not paid necessarily as well as your work would pay you.
So a Michigan jury convicted a school shooter's mother in involuntary manslaughter Tuesday in the killing of 4 students in 2021, making her the first parent in the U.S. to be held responsible for her child carrying out a mass school attack. And we talked about this. I wasn't too sure what the charge should be. She should have definitely been charged because he cried out for help. He asked many times that he sent her text messages saying, I want to kill people, a whole bunch of stuff. And she just ignored it. She laughed at him. She made jokes about it. And this is proven. And then she also left the gun out for him. But yeah, so I guess it is manslaughter. So she can get 60 years in jail. I'm not sure.
Well, I think she also didn't inform school about him having a gun.
Yes.
So
Now,
I mean, there's
and
so much she did wrong and
now,
neglectful and
not
bad.
defending
It's like,
her at
you
all,
gotta do
but the
something.
school did not ever talk about his outbursts he had, and the school never reported that to the parents. Clearly, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. But yeah, it's been reported the school did not report that to the parents. But clearly, the parents is a piece of shit. And yeah.
And are they?
So.
Is there going to be anything with the school? Because I know there was talk of them being at fault for this too.
Nothing. Like, hopefully, because schools,
they can't really charge a school with murder.
But no, but schools should start being held responsible too.
Yeah.
Teachers should be held responsible.
Civil,
like,
there's almost certainly gonna be civil litigation.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not about like who's blamed, but teachers see this stuff, but they're getting. And I hate to say it again.
The actions of the school led to the direct harm of other students.
Exactly.
And those students' families and parents are who I'm talking about.
And it's A, B, C, D, E that are all connected.
You know,
but if the ones that foresee the school,
unsafe environment for those other kids.
Yeah. You know? And they have evidence. They not evidence, but they had reports on their documents that he was crazy.
They knew things.
He's not crazy, but he had some issues. Yeah. So yeah,
and knowing and not doing. That's how you lose civil trials.
So yeah, so prosecutors say Crumley had a duty under state law to prevent her son, who was 15 at the time, from harming others. She was accused of failing to secure a gun with and the ammunition at home, and failing to get help to support Ethan mental health. The 4 guilty verdicts for each student slain in Oxford High School were returned roughly at 11 hours of the jury deliberated for 11 hours. Didn't say that right.
Yeah. Yeah. 11 hours. They gave us like the exact count here.
So Crumley 45 looked down
some less and I've seen some more.
And shook her head slightly as each juror was pulled after verdicts were read. Hey, Hybrid. Thanks from the kick. Yeah, so hey, let's see what else it.
But yeah, she shook her head, so she's sad.
Yeah, so on her way into the courtroom, prosecutors Karen McDonald hugged relatives and victims Justin Schilling and Madison Baldwin. Thank you, a man whispered to her. I'm assuming those are the parents. Yeah, Jennifer, James, only were the first parents. Oh, so James was charged too. Oh, James hasn't had his. James is the father. I don't think his trial happened yet today. Oh no, it says it's Jennifer and James Comey were the first parents in the U.S. to be charged in mass shooting committed by their child. James is to be face trial in March.
James is fucked.
Yeah, but again, was he the one that maybe he wasn't a home kid? That could be different. Maybe he didn't know about the text message. It said he texted his mom. Maybe he wasn't at home to put the gun away. So that all makes difference too, right? Maybe his mom was hiding all that shit from the father. It is possible.
I mean, I don't see a difference between them.
But yeah, well, what happens if he worked out of town?
Certainly, they're going to argue that, but if she got the guilty.
Yeah, but if he works out of town,
he should get the guilty.
If he works out of town 3 out of 4 weeks a month, you know, just because, and he wasn't even there. We don't. Again, I don't know. This is just. We'll see what happens in March. The cries have been heard.
According to Jennifer, James was responsible for all the gun safety stuff.
But Jennifer's pretty stupid because she laughed when her son said he wanted to kill himself and other people. So
will
Jennifer's
she be able to testify at his trial?
Well, aren't they? Isn't there a law about that?
Well, where you can choose not to, but in this case, why not? Because she's going to want to testify on.
What does she have to? Maybe but like I guess to testify against him, what does she have to win?
Well, if she comes in and says I'm at fault for all this.
Oh yeah, because she's already
in jail.
She's already So
I'm already in jail. I did that.
Yeah, so she can like
admit to more. Yeah. Already admitted to make sure he doesn't.
Yes, he's already been charged, right? But yeah.
Because you're right about this not having to testify against your spouse, but what about wanting to testify for your spouse?
Yeah, you could. So,
or maybe she's like, "Fuck you, James. I'm bringing you with me.
Yeah,
you knew about the text. Here's his other cell phone number. He's got 2 cell phones. Jermaine said to have more than one." Yeah,
I don't know about in Canada. We don't have those laws here. In Canada, like I don't know. In Canada, we don't have that law here. Like, you're forced to do it. So. You think with kids you'd be able to do that too, but I don't know. That's something we'll have to look into.
Oh, yeah, Lou said in America there's protections about spouses, not sure about children. I'm not either. I would assume it's the same. Although in this case, I guess we're not doing the kid.
No,
the
not
child.
What the
hell is the kid's name?
Ethan.
Ethan.
Yeah.
I mean, he's guilty, so there's no reason to have either of them testify, I would assume.
But yeah, now, are they going to get him guilty fully, or is it because of his mental health? Again, like this comes down to mental health issue. I hate the mental health card because most of the time people do that after the fact. They'll pull the mental health card. Oh, I'm crazy after the fact. But there's clear evidence that this kid had issues before. Does he get a walk away? No, he does not get a walk away. But to take that in, it's hard for those things. Can they take that into fact? Because he did ask for help. He asked for help, but he asked the wrong people.
Do you think prison is that help? I don't.
Probably not. He's 17 now.
I played the mental card, and I'm okay with it.
But he didn't play the mental health card. He was mental health. I'm talking about some people will shoot a place because they had a bad day, then call the mental health card. He had evidence of him asking for help from his mother. And who else are you supposed to trust in this world? You know? Sadly, you can't trust your family always. That's just what it comes down to, but...
Right, but at this point, he's not going to be free.
No. I don't know he shouldn't be free.
Do I put him in a place where he's going to get mental health treatment? Or am I just going to put him in a place where he's going to be held outside of the rest of society?
Yeah.
Because he's going to be removed from society right now.
Yeah.
So the question is, which one's he going to? And I'm okay if they send him to the mental health one.
Yeah.
He clearly had problems before. Then he shot a bunch of kids at school. That's somebody with a mental problem.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try to categorize that as not that.
And it's still not.
I can't make that normal. I can't.
No, exactly.
I can't make mass murder normal. Even,
and I never will.
No matter what America does.
I never will. But there is a mental health crisis where it's getting worse more and more every single year. But what I hate is people get.
I don't know. It does depend on how his guys argue. If they argue the mental thing.
I just hate though that some people are clearly, and that's then they pull it, and they usually don't get away with it. But that's the first thing they say. Oh well, I'm crazy. Like yeah, but you still knew what you were doing, you know. But
I don't really look at that as getting away with it.
No.
So when you say
I'm not saying they're not get away. I'm saying they don't get away with saying no. You still get it, but
society.
Yeah, but
the punishment is you're not in society anymore. The question is where we're putting you.
And didn't we read actually a few weeks ago? Didn't we read that after you do your mental, after you get, if you're not guilty for criminally insane, but after you become sane again, can't they come back and charge you again? I think we did read that.
There was some weird thing like that we read where I forget how that worked.
Yeah.
But you can't be charged for the same crime twice.
But so yeah, but I don't know. But he was, but maybe because that's I don't know. That's
once they said OJ, you're not guilty.
Yeah.
They can't charge him again. He can come out and say, I killed that bitch.
And
they can't do anything. He could draw a book, a diagram, write a book exactly how he did it. He could tell you the glove wasn't relevant.
Yeah, how he would, yeah.
He could tell you everything, and they can't charge him. The thing he's got to be worried about is there's other things that can happen, civil suits. And,
but that's what I'm kind of interested about. How
smaller,
but like that's what I'm thinking about Alec Baldwin right now. Because Alec Baldwin was that case? Was he proved not guilty the first time, or was it just closed? I
don't think that ever got to a judge.
So so he was charged, but the charges were dropped. So that doesn't mean he's being charged. Like, so that's not double jeopardy because the charges were dropped. It didn't go through trial. Right, double jeopardy is going through trial and getting a yes or no, guilty or not guilty. Okay.
Yeah, you can't be put on trial.
I saw the movie Double Jeopardy. I don't like. I get it.
But as far as declining and adding and bringing back charges, they go crazy with that. They'll add on a bunch or they'll remove a bunch, change them. They'll plea them down. They treat it kind of like it's a game. It's people's lives usually.
So yeah, that's about it. So she got charged. Another thing. So
this is a first. I mean, because in America we have a lot of these mass shootings, and every single one of these mass shootings that's done by a young person has a parental unit, and we're going to look at this very differently now. Will this change the way people do parenting, knowing now that if you ignore your child and raise a freaking school shooter? That could come back on you.
Yeah.
You can't just ignore it, is the message here.
Up to age 25, every time a child does a crime, you're responsible. No, that's horrible.
25,
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm just.
You got a lot of pissed off parents who said it's 7 years that they didn't want.
Yeah, I got it.
They already don't want the 4 years of college that most kids are like, oh, I'll move out when I'm 23.
Yeah.
22 or 23.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it. Family of the victims are happy with the outcome of this, which
for some reason we're gonna go through the whole.
We don't need to go through it. We don't need to go through all that. So I think that's it. I think it's over. She's going to jail.
Yeah, no,
Um,
yeah. The takeaway is they
she
gave her a
could
guilty
face
verdict.
she could face 60 years depending on how they do it. If they because
Yeah, and
each
that's the
year
next
carries
step.
up each sentence is up to 15 years in prison. Now are they gonna do 15 years for all four, or are they gonna do 15 years, 15, 15, and 15? That's gonna come
Well,
up to the next
that's
judge.
yeah, that's the next step when they do the sentencing. Which, unfortunately, everything in America is slow as shit.
Yeah.
So the question is, which one will come up first? The dad's trial starting or sentencing
Probably the dad's
for
trial.
her?
I'm gonna guess
They'll
the dad's
probably
trial.
want to get the
Doesn't it
dad's
say at the
trial
bottom?
done.
It probably says at the bottom. Scroll all the way to the bottom when it's gonna be. Yeah. Does it say roughly 2.5 years? On April 9th. She returns to court sentence on April 9th. The judge will set the minimum prison sentence based on. Yeah.
Okay, so sentencing April 9th and the trial for the dad
Is
is
in
March.
March.
So yeah, they're making sure that that trial is
Yeah.
done and heard before anyone knows what the sentencing is for this one. And in fact, I think at this point you'd want jurors that don't even know about the guilty verdict.
Yeah, but that's too hard. That's too hard.
I don't. That's probably too hard because there's not till March. You have a whole
Yeah.
month.
Exactly, and this is news, and you're not gonna be like, oh, there must be another father named James. Oh, yeah.
And honestly, from here on, the next time there's a trial like this, those juror members are going to know about this. This is
Yeah.
going to be big news. This is big news in America. Telling parents that you're literally criminally liable
You know that's
for school
should-
shootings now.
And that's anything. Like that's
literally
true.
need to pay
'Cause-
attention.
And I wish they kind of did that here, because kids think they can get away with it because they're kids. Not much in the States too, but here, because we got the Young Offenders Act here in Canada, means pretty much you can do a crime until you're 18 and then you're clean slate, right? That's fucked.
Yeah.
Like it's messed. No, like no, you just.
You could be tried as an adult up there though.
I don't think so. I do not think so. I could be wrong, but like a 17-year-old killed a cop here 2 years ago on New Year's Eve. I'm actually pretty sure it was his older brother who was 23, but they said the 17-year-old did it. And because I think they let the kid take the fault for it, just my opinion. But they would not release the kid's name. Even after he was 18 and put in jail, because he didn't go to jail till he was 18, they would not release his name. Because he was a minor at the time of the incident. Canada. Yeah, let's move to our last story here. If you're done. Ah!
Whoa.
So, actually, do we have... I guess we do have two more. Never mind, sorry.
I have two more. Wow, I had that scrolled all the way down. This is another one that's way too long. We're not going to go through the whole thing. We're mostly going to do the headline part here.
Okay.
So CNN brings us this one. Netanyahu says Hamas demands on hostage and ceasefire deal are, quote, delusional.
Okay. So...
I don't know if we've talked about this recently.
No, we were talking about
peace/ceasefire talks happening. We weren't going to bring it up on the show until
we knew about it. Yeah.
Showed up. Yeah.
Because both sides were talking about it. So what's the delusional part? I wonder. I don't know.
Well, yeah. So apparently there was talks, and I guess they're already over. If Netanyahu is saying the demands are delusional, that doesn't sound like talks are going anywhere to me.
Yeah.
So, Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has dismissed Hamas' proposal for a ceasefire and hostage deal in Gaza, calling them delusional in a setback to diplomatic efforts to pause the war. Well, yeah. I mean, that's definitely a setback.
Yeah.
So, Netanyahu said during Wednesday briefing, "We haven't committed to anything. We haven't committed to any of the delusional demands of Hamas. The numbers of terrorists with blood on their hands to release." What? There is not a commitment. There has to be a negotiation. It's a process, and at the moment, from what I see from Hamas, it's...
So are they going to tell us what?
Drunk?
I don't know. Well, again, it could be who's typing it too. I guess it doesn't say. But now what were the demands? What were the ceasefire negotiations like? You don't shoot us? No, just saying now. If Hamas comes out and is like, we won't give you your hostage backs, but you don't get to shoot us anymore. Like, yeah, I can see that. But will they show what the because if there was a good option, there should have definitely been a ceasefire.
Well, I'm going to tell you this: no matter what we see here, it won't have the details we're going to want.
Yeah. Exactly, you're right. They're not going to.
You're allowed to shoot on this road. We're allowed to shoot on that road. No, they're not. That's not. They're not going to say anything like that. We're best going to get some idea of what the negotiation.
Yeah,
was.
but that's all high up stuff too. So even if the news got told the truth and passed us that truth, it might not even be the real truth.
So Hamas had presented its response to a proposal for a deal by calling for a phased Israeli withdrawal from the enclave during a 4.5-month truce and a plan to permanently end the war, according to a copy of the group's counteroffer obtained by CNN. So they're saying a 4.5-month
Truce to close down the war. Yeah,
truce.
and
So
the
they're not
war.
even saying end it immediately. They're actually saying like 4.5 months to withdraw and a
Well,
plan to permanently end it.
isn't that how most
So,
wars kind of win? I mean,
so
end.
wait,
So,
what's delusional about that?
what about
This
the
is the first thing
hostages?
we're
Yeah,
reading.
what about the hostages? I think that's probably why. He's like, well, that doesn't help us. We want our hostages.
No. We're saying delusional demands. We're looking at demand number one. I don't care what 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are. Is this demand delusional?
What?
To have a 4.5-month pullout strategy.
Now again, but that's again, we have to bring it back to context. If number two is like, we're not giving your hostage back, so yes, it is. But again, like that's the thing. Is like, okay,
We'll
that
get
sounds.
to those if we get to those.
Well, that's the thing. I can't say yes to
this
something. It sounds good. It sounds good on paper.
One delusional.
It sounds good on paper
Is
right now.
McDonald's a restaurant?
Yeah, that's a different question though. Like,
it doesn't matter if Burger King is a restaurant.
so
Is McDonald's a restaurant?
well, yes, but saying
We'll
this
get
is
to
like,
whether or not they're all delusional.
does this
He
sound
didn't say
good?
all,
So yes,
but he's saying they're. Actually, he does. We haven't committed to any of the delusional demands. He is making it sound like they're all delusional. The very first one I'm reading doesn't sound delusional.
So
that's all I'm getting at.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see, does this sound delusional to you? And you keep saying yes because of.
I didn't say yes. I didn't say yes. I can't say yes. No,
yes,
but
because they're going to kill all the hostages.
but yes, yeah, okay. No, it's yes, it's reasonable. If the next one's like, we will figure something out.
I'm kind of switching teams now. This is kind of unreasonable. I actually think Israel should be out within a month. Giving them 4.5 months is egregious in the other direction. In my mind, your occupation should be able to be ended within 30 days. I don't see why they're even giving you this month. It's delusional the other direction for me right now. That's how undelusional this is. 4.5 months is a ridiculous amount of time.
I wonder where they came up with that time. Yeah, I wonder where they came up with that, right? So,
well, yeah.
Okay, so he wants complete victory. So yeah, he's not done. He's going all in, like not to do less than that.
So, yeah, he said Israel's aim is complete victory. What does that mean?
That means, yeah, you know what that means.
And not do any less than that.
You know what that means.
No, I don't. I don't. And I've been saying that since this thing started.
So
I've literally been asking you, how do we know you've done it? How many is enough? What's the number?
Yeah.
All? Now it's all. How do you know somebody's Hamas? They all are Hamas? Okay, so they're all gone? So just kill them all.
Yeah, well,
that's
what it sounds like.
Been saying.
That's what it sounds like.
That is what I'm hearing from Netanyahu is he wants them all gone. And he's saying, we are on the way to complete victory. The victory is achievable. It's not a matter of years or decades. It's a matter of months.
Well,
yeah, that's how starvation works. I agree with him. It won't take years to starve them to death. It'll take months. That's how food supplies work. Yeah, we're moving towards a complete and utter ridiculous thing happening. And he's like, he can see the victory. He sees it. He's like, you're delusional to think I would negotiate with you. That's his response. He doesn't care what the negotiations even said.
So they're still in talks. It looks like though,
because he can't lose in his mind.
And again, they're still in talks. So,
and I'm not shocked he feels like he can't lose because it turns out this is a very one-sided conflict. One side has a shitload of power, and the other side has basically no power.
But yeah, so it looks like that he said it does not rule out that I don't want to have a ceasefire, but it does. It does, right? So,
well, this is our U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken, who's holding on to hopes, just like Joseph Robinette Biden is holding on to hopes that, I don't know, the far right guy won't be a far right guy. I literally don't understand why they don't shit talk him as part of their own campaigns. Like, they don't need to support the guy. Politically, he's conservative. Yeah. They could argue this pretty easily. And Netanyahu has political opponents who are liberal, who could side with Blinken and Biden. So I literally don't get Biden and Blinken's response to this.
Nope.
Which is to see how far up Netanyahu's ass they could shove their nose.
They're getting something out of the deal under the table that we don't know about.
Well, I mean,
There must be something. You don't give him a freaking. You don't give him a big billion some odd dollar Iron Dome if you don't get some kickback from it. You know, like
I don't think Biden is specifically getting something.
Not Biden directly, but the people that are above Biden, even though Biden's the top.
Not even above Biden. It's the investors who are, involved with AIPAC's influence on our elections.
Yeah.
AIPAC is a foreign lobby influence on our elections that needs to be stopped. Take me off the air for saying that.
Yes, him
AIPAC is foreign lobby investment into our elections. It needs to stop. Yeah. It's foreign meddling.
I don't know anything about that, so I can't even get into that right now. But yeah. So Hamas will now send a delegate
because that foreign lobby is why Biden is behaving the way he is.
To carry out for follow-up.
Fetterman did what he did.
Follow up on proposal for the hostages and ceasefire deal. The group spokesman said at the press conference. So yeah, so they're still talking, but there might be another talk about a cease, but I don't see it happening.
Well, this is Hamas and Egypt. Again, this is not including Israel.
No.
If you don't include Israel, then no. I'm literally taking Benjamin at his word.
Yeah.
Everybody else here, this is U.S.'s word, Hamas's word.
No, he said that. He wants total victory. So there it is.
He wants total victory. Total victory is not ceasefire. It's not ending the war. Total victory is winning the war. And I'm still asking what winning the war is. What does that look like? And if it's eliminate all of Hamas, that's the exact fucking bullshit Bush tried to pull. You got to eliminate all of Al-Qaeda. Did we do that? You got to kill all of ISIS. Did we do that? You got to kill all the Viet Cong. Oh, shit. Are we just repeating history?
Yeah, well, that history repeats itself, man. Don't you worry. Over and over and over again. Just
if you can't give me a defined end to your war, what the fuck? At least Putin can give me a defined end to his war, I think. I think he would go to the negotiating table and say, I'm taking Crimea, I'm taking Kiev, or no, there's like 3 places he wants. Yeah, it's Donbass. It's not Kiev.
I know, I'm joking, because Kiev was Russian.
Donbass is one of them, isn't it, though?
I don't know. They're all the,
There's like 3 key areas. He's like, give me these, and I'll stop.
Yeah. So... Yeah, exactly. He's like, that's it. But
that's how it's supposed to work. Yeah. Now, what does Benjamin say? Give me the West Strip and West Bank and I'll stop? Well, these people have nothing else, so that's not a negotiation. So his final victory or his final solution, whatever he wants to call it, should be interesting. Is that what he called it? Complete victory. Sorry. He didn't call it final solution. He called it complete victory.
Yeah.
I was thinking of a different leader who did a thing.
But yeah, so let's not go too deep into this. We should probably move on to our last little article here.
But there's gonna be a 3-phased approach, even though he he declined it. They did have a whole 3-layered approach that involved, humanitarian aid and rebuilding of hospitals and refugee camps, and that was the whole purpose of the 40.5 months. It doesn't fucking matter. He said no.
Yeah.
Hamas drew up a really nice thing, and he said no. But you can't believe Hamas's numbers.
So.
All right, let's end on something nice.
Yeah, for once here, eh?
Well, fuck Benjamin. He literally just threw up a middle finger to a very nice proposal. Well, I read the proposal.
I still don't think Hamas are great people, but the people that live there are what you should be looking at, not just that. Going in a different way, but going with handguns and not bombs, I guess. Like, go attack all the leaders, get the leaders out. But they're not killing the leaders from what I heard, because we would hear America killed a leader. America had a Hezbollah leader today.
Oh yeah, I saw that. We
and that's on the news. So.
When we kill leaders.
Yeah, so
I will say Israel, do that more. If you're actually taking out Hamas, tell us and say, hey, we got a lieutenant, we got a lieutenant commander, we got a,
exactly. And those out there have some transparency.
I'll tell you, we got lied to for 20 years. So we know how you need to lie.
Yeah,
lie better. We did it for 20 years. Do better.
From the CBS News, Snoop Dogg sues Walmart and Post, claiming that sabotage cereal brands.
Yeah, fuck you, Walmart.
What happened?
It's Snoop.
Snooples?
They sabotaged them.
What about my
sabotage Snoop?
I didn't even know Snoop Dogg had a cereal. Or maybe I did, I don't know.
I don't know if I did either. And I was sitting there thinking, like, what is his cereal? Have I had it? Or have I been denied the chance to have it? For this very reason.
Let's scroll down and see what this is.
All right.
Walmart Post consumer brands undermine cereal brands created by Snoop Dogg and Master P while making them unaffordable. Oh, so they're raising the price on them, and he's pissed about it, and keeping the stock what, and by keeping them hidden in stock rooms. So
They literally have been keeping them hidden from us or making them too expensive for us.
huh, that's weird.
Well, I
so
think it's probably the latter for me and you. I
yeah.
feel like I've just been hidden.
Well, I'm in Canada. I don't get half the shit here anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But Post, yeah.
So
go on, sorry.
So yeah, Post agreed to make and distribute Snoop cereal and Mama Snoop under phony pretenses. Is that the name of it, Mama Snoop?
Mama Snoop, yeah.
Under phony pretenses after the rappers rejected the retail giant's offer to buy their company outright, according to the suit filed Tuesday by Brodus Foods. Is that what he called it? Nice. The cereal brand was founded by Calvin Brodus, otherwise known as Snoop Dogg. Therefore, that's the Brodus and Brodus Foods. And No Limit Records founder Percy Miller, also known as Master P, pass on to their children, it says. So they made this cereal brand. The cereal giants tried to buy it from them. They said, no, we're going to give it to our kids.
Yeah.
Which is, you can do. And they got enough money to fight back to these big giants. If you were anybody but Snoop,
you'd be screwed. You'd be done. It was gone, right?
You should have taken, and you'd just be hearing people say, you should have taken the offer.
Yeah.
Never going to see your cereal on the shelf again.
Yeah. No.
So after entering a profit-sharing agreement that had Post making and distributing the cereals, the pair found, quote, Post was not on board with their goals and dreams and had no intention of treating Snoop cereal equally as its own brands. The rapper states in their complaint, filed in Minnesota's Dakota Country District Court, where Post is headquartered.
Snoop Chow would not be available to customers, or that it would be incur exuberant. My gosh, I can't. Costs that would eliminate any profit to Snoop, pretty much. Oh, so yeah, they weren't going to give him any money. So,
yeah, either you get no profit or your customers can't afford it.
Yeah,
but either way, it's not going to be as good of a deal as our stuff. Here it is, Snoop Loops.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
Fruit Loops with marshmallows.
I'm not gonna lie.
I want it.
I'm not gonna lie. If I saw that, I wouldn't think it had anything to do with Snoop Dogg.
I wouldn't either. I'd be like, are they kind of trying to use his name?
No, the Fruit Loops. Because they're kind of stealing the O from the Fruit Loops. So I
guess I would notice as soon as I saw Brodus Foods. I'd be like,
I didn't know Brodus was Snoop's
and I'd be like,
name.
I need to Google that. I wouldn't necessarily know that I knew that. I would Google that after seeing that. I'd be like, what the hell? I don't recognize that for some reason.
But okay, well, fuck Walmart.
Yeah.
So this has something.
So this launched in Walmart stores in July of 2023. The cereal disappeared from many stores within months. So this is something we should have seen within the last year and a half, and we haven't.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything yet, but I don't go to Walmart anyway. But
many Walmart stores showed online and in the Walmart employees and store application that Snoop cereal was sold out or out of stock. However, upon further investigation by store employees, each of these stores had several boxes of Snoop cereal in their stock rooms. They were coded to not be put out on the store shelves.
Huh. Wow, so yeah. Price of more than 10. Actually, you know what? See,
the price of cereal more than
now. Listen here, a regular box of cereal here is $7.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's gonna depend.
Yeah, regular a box of Fruit Loops is $7. So
$10 is too high.
$7 is too high, which is $10 American. That's $10 American. So that's an average bag for Canada. That's what it'd be.
Which means if you had Snoop cereal,
it'd be $15.
$20. Yeah. So you gotta inflate that, you know.
Yeah.
If you even get it on the shelf.
Yeah. But yeah. These guys, you never trust. These big chains, they're always fucking over everyone. That's their goal. Everyone's goal is to fuck you over and take your penny. They don't care. So what's Snoop doing? Right? Is he gonna give it cheaper? Is he just friggin'? I don't know how they do it. So.
He's taking them to court. You can't do this to Snoop.
But then Walmart can just cancel the contract and they'll never get out. So Post can just cancel it, right?
Well, a judge is gonna make a decision.
But
it's not gonna be.
I guess, and they don't have a choice. But then, yeah.
Look, if they're doing deceptive practices or unfair business practices, there's laws against that. Like, they will be criminally or financially liable, depending on what was violated exactly. And in this case, if he can prove monetary damages, and I think he easily can, not having your product on the shelf is monetary damage.
Yeah.
Like, I paid you to distribute. You're not distributing.
All right.
I like, in very plain text, he paid them to distribute, and they didn't put it on the shelf.
Yeah.
So there's an expectation that if somebody's distributing for you, they're getting it to your customer.
They have exactly.
And if they failed in that expectation, a judge will rule in favor of Snoop and say, we find this much damages over this amount of time, and going forward, X has to happen.
And
The court can order Post to do stuff.
But how long is this going to take him? How much of that? Where's all that cereal going to go in the meantime? To waste?
Well, I mean, that's neither here nor there. I mean, litigation is litigation. In the meantime, yeah, nobody can have that. Literally, until these are done, nobody's going to be able to get that cereal, probably. There'll probably be a big announcement that the court's finally over, but it'll probably also be a double announcement that Snoop is now making it available on his own website exclusively, and you can't get it anywhere else.
That's Snoop.com.
Which will suck because then nobody will get it. Because if it's not on my store, my shelf at grocery store, I'm not going to
get it. No, not people are going to order cereal like that.
Which will be kind of like a post WL that he'll take for no reason. But I shouldn't predict the future. But you're right about the contract. Now, that's where Post is going to argue in the court case. They're going to point to their contract and be like, did we uphold our contract?
Yes.
And if they did, he will not be ruled in favor of. Yeah. They will be ruled in favor of, and he may have to pay them for wasting the court's time. So he better have a fucking case. And this is why I said the little man doing this would get squashed.
Yeah, you wouldn't, because you wouldn't even afford it. You wouldn't even get past.
Take that chance.
You wouldn't even get past a cover letter to Walmart. You know,
so literally doing this litigation, this is like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
you're gonna incur hundreds of thousands of dollars to take on this fight against Post.
And
a normal person can't do that. That's risking everything. If you lose, you're done. You might as well just, I don't. Can you go bankrupt from that? Maybe. How does that work? You should be homeless now.
Yeah,
you'd be like that one guy paying back
court fees. So.
That dude who's paying back like the $14 million settlement. Where he's like, I'm never gonna be able to pay it back.
Oh yeah, that Canadian guy. Yeah, that Canadian
Gary
guy.
Bowser.
Yeah, so
just be like Gary Bowser, be like, you can get what you can from me, but it ain't gonna be the 14 million.
You can't squeeze water from a stone.
I was never gonna make 14 million. Yeah. You can't make what I never was gonna make.
All right, well,
I just want to see the cereal, and I don't know what the other one was. Mama Snoop or something.
Mama Dogs or something.
Mama Snoop.
Mama Snoop, yeah.
Is that the Master P cereal then?
It must be.
Yeah. Mama Snoop. Let's take a look and see if we can find what that one looks like. Because I am curious what's in it. The other one it seemed to me like it's just the marshmallows from Lucky Charms, but with Fruit Loops, which you can't get anywhere. I want that.
You can just buy 2 cereals from put into one.
All right, so let's see what Mama Snoop is here real quick.
Mama Snoop.
Mama Snoop looks like it's got pancakes going on.
Yeah, Mama Snoop's pancakes. That's some. I don't know. There's some cereal right there. There's Mama Snoop's right to the left.
They got their own syrup, their own pancake mix, their own granola.
I'm glad they have her photo on there. They got rid of Aunt Jemima. They got rid of Aunt Jemima. They got to do something about that, I still miss my Aunt Jemima.
This is Broda's Foods. Broda's Foods never had Aunt Jemima.
I know. I'm just saying they removed a black woman from a syrup bottle because it was racist, even though it was her company. But so yeah, I think that's one reason maybe these guys did that too. I can't say, but that seems like something Snoop would do. It's like, well, fine. I'll put my mom on a syrup bottle.
Yeah, but, I mean, there's nothing saying you can't put a black woman on a syrup bottle. I don't know why there was ever such a fuss.
You saw that though. I still have the original Aunt Jemima bottle. I rinsed it out and kept it because I couldn't throw it out. I was like, I need my Aunt Jemima. She got me through so many breakfasts with those little pancakes she had too, and the sausages. But
so here's the other ones. They've got Fruity Hoops. That's the one we saw. But there's also Frosted Drizzlers and Cinnamon Toasties.
So they're all just rip-offs of other cereal, but that's all cereals are anyway. Every cereal's a rip-off, right?
Well, this first one's not a rip-off. Name one cereal that has Fruit Loops and marshmallow.
I can't off the top of my head. But the other one's like Frosted Wheat's the one in the middle. And then Cinnamon Crunch Toast,
Well, so that's what I want to know. What did they do to these? Did they do nothing? Or are these literally just Frosted Wheaties and
Fruit Loops with marshmallows, so
Cinnamon Crunch? This one's actually got something going. It's Fruity Hoops.
Fruity Hoops. We had to say Fruit Loops. Fruity on it too. But yeah, I think that's all we have on.
But yeah, I guess I didn't know they had the other things too. All the breakfast foods they got going on. That's kind of cool. Oatmeal, pancakes, grits, syrup. And I've never seen any of these products.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look for. I won't find them here though. But
anecdotally, what he's saying, like that his shit's not being shown to people and that the consumers not seeing it.
So it says that
Anecdotally, I agree. I have not seen this shit. And had I'd have bought at least a box of Fruit Hoops.
Oh, $10.75 American. Holy shit. Yeah. That's for Fruit Loops with marshmallows. Oh, that's Fruit Loops with marshmallows. Jay's just posted that in there. So
wait, Fruit Loops already has their own with marshmallows?
with marshmallows. Yeah, there's Toucan Sam on the box.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Then it is just a ripoff. What did you call it? I want you legally on the hook for saying whatever you said about
Toucan
Snoop
Sam.
Dogg. What did you say bad about Snoop? You said he's a ripoff?
No, I said it's just all cereals are copies. I said all cereals are a copy in the long run, really, right? So.
Are they?
There's not much. There's not much new unique cereals.
What about the first one to do a thing? Are they not?
Well, when there's a new one, we'll go from there. Then we'll say it's new.
Who was the first to do something?
I don't know, but it's not new anymore. So anyway,
is Fruit Loops the first Fruit Loop?
It's Smash Corn. I don't know. Thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate you all being here. It was a great show. Thanks again for being here, Dustin. Thanks to all the chatters. It was fun and engaging and that. If you haven't already, please hit that follow button. We're still 18 away from that goal of 250. We'd love it to make it there. My birthday's at the end of the month. I'd actually like to get to 300 followers. Would that be a great birthday gift for me? But I'm not going to be sad regardless. Every follow matters to us right now. But yeah, if you want to check us out too, we're on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and on X. You can check us out at borderlinebanter.com. All our information is on there. You can also, if you want to be on the show, drop us a line. We always like to have fun and interesting conversations with people around from anywhere. So if you want to be on, shoot us a message. There's a few questions you have to answer, but it's all on this page. You can check it out. We can go from there. And as always, it is okay not to be okay. Here at Borderline Banter, we take that very serious. You're not alone. I said that about when I looked that up on how to drown. I didn't say that, but I was like, it's drowning peaceful. Popped up right away, sending this number. That's a good thing because people are in crisis. They need help. 988 is the number. Lots of other information on there. Lots of great stuff on this page. BorderlineBanter.com. Dustin, do you have anything to say before we leave?
Just thanks for everyone being here and everyone watching later on the YouTubes. Click some buttons, leave some comments. And we'll see you all next time.
Okay, and I'm going to find something fun for us to watch. And I do apologize for the last time. I did not know who I was actually hosting.
Look, you don't need to apologize for the different kinds of people you hang out with on this platform, Mike. Everyone's got opinions.
But yeah, let's go for... I don't know. I try to give someone else just a shout out just because it is nice to give some people shout outs. So let's give someone with... Actually, you know what? Let's give someone with just one viewer. He is playing GTA, it looks like. His name is Captain Sloppy. Enjoy. Thank you very much. See you on Friday, 7 p.m.
After sitting down with the council.